Hello everyone and welcome to an introduction to Microsoft Teams. Now, since all schools closed in March, many of you have been working from home and completing work set by your teachers through the school VLE or Moodle, as you can see here. However, over the summer, Westborough has been working on a newer, more modern and clever system which many of you may have heard of, called Microsoft Teams. So just to give you an example of what Microsoft Teams looks like, I've got a screenshot here. Now, Microsoft Teams will now be used by your teachers to send you lots of useful information, upload lots of useful documents to help you with your subject, and also to set you homework and assignments. So in this video, we're going to have a look at how to access Microsoft Teams, and also have a look at some of the functionality which will help you for when you come to use it. So there's two ways of accessing Microsoft Teams. One of them is if you load up a web browser, as I have done here, and I'm simply going to search for Microsoft Teams and click on the first link which appears, and then from here I will click on sign in. Now, the details which you need to be able to sign into Microsoft Teams with are the same as you would use to access your school email account, which is usually your username followed by @whs.org.uk and then your password. Okay, so I'm just going to sign in with my details, okay, just to show you what happens. I don't want to stay signed in, so I'll click on no. And now the next screen which appears will be very different, okay, depending on which device you are using. So if you are using a Windows 7 device, as I am doing here, okay, we will need to click on use the web app instead. However, if you are using your smartphone or tablet, or you're using a Windows 10 or later device, you then have the option of downloading the Microsoft Teams app. Once you've then downloaded the app, okay, again you would then sign in using the same details as you would for your school email account, and whichever way you are using Microsoft Teams, you will then once you've logged in see the screen as I can see here in front of me. So here you can see a list of classes or teams for which you are a member. Another way to look at it is if you click on the teams on the left hand side on the menu, again you can see the teams or classes for which you are a member. Now, the second way of where you can log into Microsoft Teams through is your school email account. So here I've logged into my school email account. If I go up into the top left hand side and click on the apps icon, one of the apps is the Teams. I can click on that icon and it will then redirect me to Microsoft Teams, okay, to the same screen which we have just seen. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is we'll go into one of our teams or classes which we can see has got a notification, so there's something new which is happening within that team, and the screen which first appears once you've gone into your team is this one here, which is conversations and posts. Okay, now anybody as part of the team, the teacher and the students or members, can post something into this section. Now please ensure that whatever it is that you post is relevant to the subject or topic which you are studying. Now, this is an area which your teacher, I'm sure, will use to provide you with lots of useful information, hints and tips, okay, to help you with your course or a particular topic which you are studying. This is also an area for you to start a new conversation if you are requiring further help on a particular topic or an assignment. It is also useful to have a look through other conversations which other members of your team have started, because somebody may already have asked the same question, and then you can simply just read the responses. Please also be mindful, whichever conversation you start here can be seen by everybody who's a member of that team. So if there is something which you only want to share with your teacher, then please message your teacher separately, send them an email or speak to them in person. Okay, so moving on to the next menu item, within the team, we've got files. Now this is an area for your teacher to upload files and documents which might be useful to the subject or topic which you are studying. So here we've got an example of a revision guide for computing. Okay, so that would definitely be a useful document for you to continually refer to as you go through a particular topic or the subject. Now, to be able to view that document, you can simply just open the document and view it within Microsoft Teams, or you can click on download, okay, and then that will download to your device. Moving on to the next item in the menu, assignments. So when your teacher sets you an assignment or a homework, it will appear here. So here I've got an example of binary conversions which is due on the 7th of September about 8:30 in the morning. If I click on that assignment, I can see there's further details, instructions from my teacher. I can also see the number of marks that assignment is out of. Attempt this assignment, I can click on add work, and from here I've got a couple of options. I may already have completed the file which I have got saved on my device, in which case I can just simply click on upload from this device, choose the file and upload it. Or if I click on new file, I've got a choice of choosing Microsoft Word, PowerPoint or Excel and completing the assignment within Microsoft Teams and then handing that in to my teacher. Once you've completed it, you're ready to hand in, you would then simply just click on hand in, and that assignment has now been submitted to your assignment. If you then suddenly realize that there's more that you wanted to include, perhaps there was something that you have forgotten, you can actually retrieve that assignment back from your teacher by clicking on undo handing. That has now been retrieved back from your teacher. You can then continue to work on your assignment, and then again when you are ready you simply click on hand in. If I now go back to assignments, I can see that the assignment which I handed in is now in the completed section. Okay, if I click in there now, I can see that on the right hand side here my teacher has marked it, has given me some feedback, and I have got 15 out of 20. I now have an opportunity to be able to improve this work and then hand it in again. And then finally, just moving to the last tab called grades. What this will give me is just a summary of which assignments I've completed, whether the teacher has returned it back to me, whether it's been handed in and not marked yet, and also just gives me a summary of the total points which I have got on that assignment so far. Okay, so thank you everyone for listening. Okay, as soon as you get the opportunity, please log in. Remember, it's using your school email details. And if you have questions, then please speak to a member of staff.